Hello kids! Today we are going to learn about the scientific method. There are 6 parts to this method: making an observation, asking a question, making a hypothesis, conducting your experiment, drawing conclusions, and reporting your results. When you are making an observation, you look at the things around you and use questions to guide your thinking. Helpful questions might be, what do you want to know about? Or why do you want to know it? An example might be to notice that the color of leaves change over the seasons. Then you are going to ask a question about your experiment. This is going to be something you can measure. For this previous example, you could ask a question about what changes the color of the leaves. Next, you are going to make a hypothesis, which is an educated guess about how you think your experiment will turn out. If the hypothesis is good, it will be set up in a way that lets you make a prediction. You should also be able to measure the prediction. A prediction for the leaves might be that they change color because of chlorophyll. After you make a hypothesis, you can conduct your experiment. This step is going to require you to closely follow the experimental procedure you were given. The result of this experiment is going to determine if your hypothesis is supported or not. For the leaves, I would test different chemicals in the green leaves compared to red ones to see if I found a higher level of chlorophyll. Once you have completed your experiment, you are going to analyze the data you collected. This is where you can compare your data to the hypothesis you made and see if it matches. If the data doesn't match, you can go back through your experiment and find a new hypothesis to test. In my example, I would look at the amount of chlorophyll in the leaves and see how it changed. Lastly, you are going to draw conclusions about what you saw and learned. This is where you are going to put together all of your information and results of your experiment. For testing the leaves, I would show the amount of chlorophyll breaking down as the leaves turn red. These are really good ways to start your sentences when you are putting together all of your research and findings. This is an example of a worksheet that you might get when you are performing an experiment. As you can see, it goes through all of the steps we discussed. I really hope that after watching this video, you can now feel confident about using the scientific method the next time you do an experiment.